my dear friend, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Today I am recording this video. There's no script, no nothing. I just wanted to share a life update, and I turn on the camera. Right now my son is taking a nap with my wife, and I checked. I don't have so much battery, so I'm gonna keep an eye. I assume this may be a short video, but we'll see how it unfolds with the battery of the camera. I really feel like recording this video now. So yeah, I've been not so consistent on YouTube, posting my videos, and it doesn't really, like in the past I used to get anxious when I couldn't keep up with my content in a way. But the thing is, now I don't have really a fixed content plan anymore neither. I aim to record a video every week, and it tends to happen, but if it takes 10 days or 2 weeks, or it doesn't matter. I don't have that kind of rigidity there, but I really got to a place now in my business where I know what I'm doing. I've been doing it for a while, and it's aligned, and I just want to do it. It's like I just want to share, and it's really beautiful. Finally, after many years of like getting into a place in which this is something that I want to naturally do, you know. And the thing is, it's summer holidays here in Belgium. My son is not going to kindergarten, which means I don't have the 3 to 4 hours that I used to have every weekday to work and to be alone. At the same time, after working with clients, and I'm still working with clients, I'm in a place in my business where I validated my market in a way, and now it's time to scale. I want to raise my prices to match the actual value that my clients are getting, and I want to help more people. And so I'm scaling now, and I'm working on a workshop that it's meant to teach people how to make their first aligned $1,000 through a conscious personal brand. And I'm working on that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a workshop there, and I'm gonna start making having a email sequence promoting my guidance offer. That's what I'm gonna focus on. And I wanna start sharing content through different platforms like Reels, maybe TikTok, I don't know, for sure YouTube, keep doing the X thing. And I want to get a bit creative with my content also. So I have some ideas. So once the workshop is in place and the email sequence is in place and the landing page for my guidance offer is in place, then I will post, and I will be sharing my content through this content ecosystem. So those are the steps I'm taking. And right now, with being summer, not having my son much more time with me, I've been focusing on this workshop. So it feels like working on foundation of business right now, and I'm prioritizing that first, instead of keep posting regularly my YouTube videos. So yeah, that's one thing. Then I've been also guiding every Sunday in a park nearby my house, mindfulness gatherings for people. And I've been running ads for little money, like 25 euros per week. And people have been coming, and it's really beautiful because it's in the park. I don't need to rent a place, and so it removes a lot of risk, and I get to meet new people, and we get to dive into the present moment. I get to grow as a guide and refine my approach. And it's been really beautiful doing it in nature with the sound of the birds, and sometimes there's a breeze or wind and we can hear the trees, like the leaves of the trees being moved by it. And there is also like a bell from a church nearby, and it's sounding sometimes, so it brings this kind of epic sounds into the experience also. It's really beautiful. And yeah, today it's Thursday and I'm guiding the next one on Sunday, and many people inscribed already themselves, so it's exciting. And at the same time, I've been challenged emotionally in different ways. Like the combination of having less time for myself, of working on the foundations of this workshop and scaling, which is like a kind of long-term, not long-term, but it's going to take me maybe a month or a month and a half to finish it all. So it's like being busy with that, and I'm having some issues with my identity card. Like I lost my Argentinian identity card when I was in Argentina a year ago. My passport expired. My Argentinian passport, my Italian passport, it's gonna expire. I've lost my Belgian identity card, and I tried to renew it, but it's been too long since I lost it, that they cannot do it, and now I need to talk to migrations. Shouldn't be anything like problematic. I'm an Italian citizen as well as Argentinian citizen, and I'm married with a Belgian woman. I live here, I have my company here. It's all fine. But it's just like we want to travel to Greece. We have already a location there, like an apartment my mom rented for us, because we're gonna go with my mom. She's gonna be visiting Europe, and we are leaving in September, and I don't have IDs to travel, and I'm waiting. So that I made a mistake on the level of taxes. Basically, I've been charging people, included in the price, I've been charging people. I've included taxes that I actually don't need to pay, because I'm inscribed as a certain type of business. I don't want to get too technical, but basically I made a mistake, and now I need to refund people, my clients, a part of what they paid me because of this mistake that I made, even though it doesn't matter. But basically, I'm dealing with taxes, dealing with this, waiting for this ID thing, not knowing if I'm going to be able to travel, and having less time for myself, and working on the foundation of my business. So it's like it feels, at the same time we're making a lot of order in the house, because we hadn't found the time, the energy, the availability, the openness to start really making our apartment beautiful. We're doing so now together with my wife. So it's been testing. I'm excited because through that, in the past, this would have completely overwhelmed me, and now it doesn't. Like, I can feel the emotions there, I can feel the discomfort, and I know it's all about feeling my emotions fully before taking action. It's all about taking aligned action. So I create, even though having less space for myself, less time, which, by the way, I started to wake up at 4:45 in the morning, not because I want to be fancy or like super productive. It's just like I've realized, like, if I wake up at that time, I have extra 2-3 hours a day in solitude to align myself. But yeah, before this period, I've been in a beautiful flow, and now with all these extra constrictions in a way and uncertainties, I've been tested, and it is still painful, it is still scary or frustrating or overwhelming, but it doesn't last long. It doesn't last long. And like, for example, I woke up this morning and I was like feeling like stirred up emotionally, and I want to do things, but it all feels like too much. Before I used to force myself, and now I went for a walk. I put some music that I feel is very healing, and I listened to it with all my body as I was practicing presence, and I noticed like alignment started to happen and some clarity emerged, and then I knew what I wanted to do, and I came back home and I started doing. I encountered some frustrations, but still I was able to listen to my body, to take breaks, and then something unlocked, and I could do something that I've been meaning to do. And then we took care of the house a little bit, which opened up something else, and we feel we are on track. So yeah, I'm very thankful for my experience so far in life that tested me in many ways and allowed me to access and to be able to live some, I feel it's much easier for me to feel my emotions without my mind, and I notice the dissolution of those emotions. That's something that I always knew, but now it's kind of very tangible, very practical, very accessible. So yeah, it's cool, to be challenged and yet not be controlled by that, not be completely immersed in that, and to still create a space and still be able to take responsibility. And this is something important, like I am taking now responsibility of things that I haven't taken responsibility for, like my ID and all that. I had a burnout around 3 years ago or so, or 2.5, I don't remember exactly. And it took me a while till I was like with building my business and raising my kid. He turned 3 years old a couple weeks ago, so now he's more independent. Before we were very, I don't know how to say it, dependent of him and taking care of him. Now there is more space. And just figuring out everything, it was already challenging, and then practical stuff on top of it felt like too much. So I prioritized figuring out what I was really doing business-wise and with my service and taking care of my son and healing inside, feeling my emotions. And the more I healed, the more space there was to take more responsibility. And that just kept going. I kept healing, and now I'm confronted by these new challenges, but it's also an opportunity for me, and I feel it, and I'm excited to take responsibility, further responsibility for my life from a place of alignment. So it is exciting. It's very exciting. And what else? The last thing I'm going to share, I think, and it's something that I always knew this, and it's very possible that you also know this, but I'm so excited about what I'm going to share because somehow it made a click in me. Even though I knew this before, now it's like it makes a lot of sense. And I'm still exploring it, so it may be a bit messy how I share this, but I find it fascinating. Basically, I've realized that I'm always approaching life from a place of love or fear, and I notice there's like an implicit question there in the choice of choosing love or fear. And it's what can I get or what can I give, right? What can I get comes from fear. What can I give comes from love. You may know this already. You may have encountered this wisdom, and that's beautiful. Immediately, what can I get feels like egocentrical. And then what can I give feels selfless. So it's like, what can I get from me, or what can I give to others, right? And I came to start to contemplate this because I notice there are many areas in my life where I'm abundant, and there are other where I am not, that I feel I'm still blocked, right? And I notice and when I see my past also, right, everything that worked effortlessly for the greater good came from a place of not trying to get, just being. And every time I wanted to get something, it doesn't work, It doesn't work. There's the energy is weird, If it involves people, the energy with people gets weird. So, and it's a bit difficult to share this because I'm just gonna say it, I've caught myself I've realized I've been operating from what can I get energy, from that place of fear in my business, not with my clients in the sense of during the calls, and I'm fully there, and that's beautiful, or at least I'm mostly there. I just want to be honest here and precise. We are all humans at the end, and when I'm sharing, I find a struggling to share this because it's very vulnerable for me, and there's a part of me that is scared of being judged, but at the same time, this is things that most people I know that are doing something similar to me struggled with, or they struggle with in different degrees, so it is part of the human experience. It is part of this journey and the part of the healing journey, but still it feels vulnerable. I'm building a business that is about love and service and pureness, spirituality, and I still have an ego, right? And my ego is the one that is there, what can I get, And it gets in my business, I don't operate 100% of the time egoless in my business, even though it's that's the message I want to share, and that's my practice. And I don't think I'm even 50%, not from my ego. Yeah, you see, it gets, I'm feeling I really want to share this, and it's difficult. My inner critic comes up and I start judging myself. But yeah, I'm offering kindness to myself, and I know this is part of the journey. And it's a beautiful blessing to realize this, and to realize it at this level, I'm done trying to get. I want to start operating more and more and more from the what can I give consciousness. And here's something that I've realized, because I didn't understand, this didn't make sense for me a lot because of this what can I give. Initially can feel like self-sacrifice. I don't think about myself. It's I think just about the other. But I've been contemplating what can I give ends up being what can I do for the highest good. And the highest good includes, in your case, for example, you want to give for the highest good. You're also included in the highest good, and everyone else is equally, in a way. So I realized that, and I've been exploring, that sometimes what can I give is give myself time to align myself. Sometimes it's just creating space for somebody else. I use it a lot, like lately, I just try to repeat that question as much as I can without being something forced or like a burden. It's just like a decision. And I use it just to keep my heart open and to keep, the greater good in mind, in a way. But sometimes it's putting your boundaries, Sometimes what you can give is yourself. You're included. It's yourself. The respect of your boundaries. And the other, the communication that your boundaries are important for you, And it becomes a dance between the other or the others and yourself, and how when you take care of yourself, then you can take care of others. And at the end, what I'm blown away by is that we can say the same words, the same actions, the same people can be involved, the same strategy, the same idea, whatever. But depending on which state of consciousness or which question you're asking yourself, what can I give or can I get? Everything changes just by rooting yourself in the frequency of love or fear, just by your intention. It's like your intention kind of colors, leaves like an energy print on your words, on your actions, on your service, whatever. And I find that fascinating, like something that I realize, and it appears in my journey as a conscious entrepreneur, is, I charge people for money for helping them, for giving them my service of holding space for them and guiding them. And it's something that I enjoy a lot. I see the impact in their lives, their transformations, and it's beautiful. And at the same time, I need money to live, and I want to make more money to provide further for my family, to move to Argentina, to my land, and live a sustainable lifestyle in nature. And I know that my service is, in a way, priceless, or, it's difficult to put a value to which price you put to a person that starts to relate to her family in a deeper way, that starts to, reconnect with her husband, with her kids, and starts to find balance in life and starts to find peace in her life. It's like, it's difficult to put a figure, right? And another thing, that it's a limiting belief, like money and service and that kind of connection there. It's just my experience. Like, I don't feel there's anything wrong with money inherently. I love money, actually, and I want to love money more and more, to be able to earn more and to give more and to create more music and create exciting stuff and provide for the people I care about. But just when I'm offering something, when I'm selling, when I'm doing marketing, to which point am I, these are questions, to which point am I manipulating? Am I persuading? Am I convincing you of something you don't want? Actually, you need these, So I'm just showing you very like effectively why you need this. It's like these all kind of questions or that we need to ask ourselves when we are selling, right? Like, and I struggle with that because the trying to get consciousness feels weird, you know? And I don't want to write from that place. I don't want to sell from that place. I don't want to serve from that place. But then the what can I give, when it's truly inhabited, not as an idea, but like really, like that's the intention, that's the purity of the intention. That's the, to give, in this case, the transformation for my client, and to give to myself the abundance of facilitating that too, and valuing, to give myself the reward of pursuing this path, of serving the greater good. You know, it's like where we are energetically on the level of our intention is truly what matters. And you know, I'm exploring this right now. I'm sharing as it's still something that I'm, you know, playing with. But at the same time, and to finish this video, so my battery is gonna be done, and I don't wanna make it too long for you. You know, I'm just gonna finish saying this. I am ready to start serving powerfully, to start inviting powerfully, to start charging, pricing the value of my service abundantly, because I know and I've experienced that it's worth it. I am ready to stop, you know, hiding. And the only way I can do that powerfully, aligned, is if I do it from a place of what can I give for the greater good. And it feels right, you know. And I'll figure it out. I'm just like exploring and learning and testing as I go. But I have in front of me, the creation of this workshop, where I'm gonna share everything that I've learned in the last, and actually like a decade plus of attempts, but more importantly, the last 2 years of embarking into this conscious personal brand journey. And with my content, with my marketing, with my offer, I'm ready to step into the version of myself that I know I'm excited to embody. And I've realized I've not allowed myself to embody it because of fear, because of being into this what can I get mode. And you know, and that's been stopping me in many different ways. So I'm excited. I'm excited. So I'm just curious, like, what do you ask yourself the most? Maybe not explicitly, but implicitly, like behind your actions, behind your, like the intention behind what you do and what you say and what you think. Are you doing it from love or from fear? Are you into what can I get mode, or are you in what can I give? Like in that operating system. And I invite you to shift, to make your own experiment of like what happens if you start embodying love and start asking yourself more, what can I give for the higher good, including yourself, without lying to yourself, honestly, from that intention. And also maybe like check which areas of your life are working, which areas are not, and see in which mode are you there. Maybe what's working is in what can I give mode, and mostly what's not working is in what can I get. It's a beautiful exercise to to do for yourself. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. I don't know when I'm gonna post my next video. I'm going with the flow during the summer. It feels like a foundational summer of taking care of foundational stuff in many ways, my business, in myself. And yeah, I'm excited to keep serving you. And I will leave it here. Thank you for being here, and I see you soon. Bye-bye.